Michael Jordan. In his last 5 full seasons in Chicago, the Bulls have won 5 titles, but this season has not gone as planned. The pieces were in place for another title run. First, a draft day decision by the Bulls not to trade Scottie Pippen. Then, the re-signing of Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, and Dennis Rodman. But just before the start of the season, Pippen had foot surgery. And then in late November, he stunned everyone by demanding a trade and saying he would not play for the Bulls again. The net result of all of this, a cloud hanging over what could be Michael Jordan's final season. Ahmad Rashad spoke with Jordan.
One of the hardest things in sports to try to do is defend a championship that you have.
When we first made this whole commitment of coming back for the 6th championship, we thought everybody was on board. You know, it was something that we all talked about, you know, especially Phil and myself and to some degree, Scottie.
I never, saw the day when I would have to turn the other cheek and go the other way, but, it sort of came to that.
We all had similar situations, and we've all had thoughts about, either management or whatever, and we've always put forth the team and the respect that we have for each other to go out there and still do our job.
While it is his problem, can you help but take it personally with the commitment you made to come back?
No, I'm disappointed. I don't take it personally because I understand he's been put in a tough and difficult position. I think the disappointment comes that, if that was the case, it could have been done easily at the beginning of the season, and Phil, myself, even Dennis probably would have chose to go other ways, and we lobbied to put this thing back together so we can win a 6th championship, and and he developed those type of feelings, when we all were more or less committed to come back and do our job.
A lot of talk about players not respecting authority, and when they say that, it's due to, in fact, about the situation with P.J. Carlesimo, Latrell Sprewell. What are your thoughts on that? I
can't fathom the idea of choking a coach, by no means. No matter what he says, either I walk away or I have a conversation with the higher position person in that organization to voice my opinions about this coach. But the problem is that he acted, and he has to pay a penalty for that.
Repeat! Wow, 5 times in 7 years, they are the best in the world.
All these players have had it easy, to some degree. They have come into an organization that's been established and won championships, so they've kind of joined this situation on top. I guess, sometimes it's frustrating to see that, they forget about the steps and the stages, from 1984 up to this point.
There's been a circus atmosphere around this team ever since you won your last championship. And one of the things is that Phil Jackson had told us that at the time of the draft, he was excluded from all conversations about the players, the direction the organization would go, that he could literally go home. What were your feelings on that?
I think that's an undue respect to pay an individual who has given his all, and certainly his knowledge of helping us win 5 championships. It's going out in a whole different manner than what it should be.
So today being Christmas, seeing that you have everything, what would be at the top of your Christmas list?
For today or for the year, I love it, for us to finish out on a great note. That would be a heck of a Christmas present to a man who's, materialistically, he has a lot of things that he's ever wanted, and probably more so. But I think that what we all would love to have is to walk out a winner, if this so happens to be our last year, on top.
As Isaiah Thomas mentioned during the first half, Scottie Pippen should be healthy enough to come back and play in 2 to 3 weeks. The question is, Peter, what happens then?
Well, Isaiah's right. I think we have the same sources. They tell me that Scottie Pippen right now cannot push off his left foot. He cannot dunk off of it. By the time he returns, the February 19th trading deadline will be about 4 or 5 weeks away. And Scottie's trade demands are not going away. And if Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Bulls, is the businessman that he says he is, he will trade him for Eddie Jones. Sources tell me the Lakers and the Bulls have been discussing a Pippen-Jones deal. You want to get something for Scottie Pippen before he becomes a free agent, and you can't get anything for him. Jones has 2 years left on his contract. They can rebuild around Jones as one of the pieces. He's only 26 years old. Having said all that, if he is not traded, if Pippen is still a Bull, it's my opinion. Nobody's told me this. I just think he's shown everybody he wants to win. He's loyal to his players, his teammates. He is going to come back and play hard, if not traded.
And you look at the first half of the game today, it's obvious how much they miss him, particularly Jordan.
It's very important. Scottie and Michael need one another. If they're not together, they don't play right. The team is in the fall. But like he said, he has to be very loyal to his teammates. But the team, meaning Mr. Reinsdorf and the rest, have to be very loyal to Scottie Pippen. Pay the guy what he needs to be paid. Give him the contract he truly deserves. After winning 5 championships and a gold medal, give the guy what he deserves.
He has, without a doubt, been one of the most underpaid players in the league for years now. Okay, coming up.